Have you ever imagined an iPhone that folds like a book, blending Apple's signature style with a brand new design? For years, the idea of a foldable iPhone sounded like something from a sci-fi story, but now it's becoming a reality. Recent leaks and insider information reveal that Apple is preparing to launch a foldable iPhone, and this isn't just a one-off device. Apple plans to make it a regular part of their lineup, just like their regular iPhones. This foldable iPhone won't be a niche product or a limited edition. Sources say it will be Apple's most premium model, even more exclusive and expensive than the current Pro Max versions. Some experts believe that in the coming years, this foldable iPhone could become the flagship device, replacing the Pro Max as the top-tier model. Apple's plan is bold, but the company has a history of pulling off big changes in the smartphone world. If you're worried it might be another iPhone mini or Plus, phones that Apple quietly stopped making after well, don't be. The foldable iPhone is expected to receive yearly updates, just like Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold series. Apple aims to improve it every year, making it better and more refined over time. But why has Apple waited so long to jump into foldable phones? When competitors like Samsung, Oppo, and Google have already released theirs? The answer is simple. Apple wants perfection. They've spent years working on the design to fix problems that other foldable phones still struggle with, like the crease in the screen. Apple isn't interested in launching just another foldable phone. They want to create something that feels smooth, beautiful, and convincing enough to win over even the most skeptical users. Many believe that Apple's entrance into the foldable market could spark renewed excitement. Foldable phones have lost some popularity in recent years, with sales slowing and interest fading. But Apple has a reputation for turning technology into must-have products. If they get it right, this foldable iPhone could bring a fresh wave of excitement and energy to foldable smartphones everywhere. The release date is still unclear. Some reports say the foldable iPhone will arrive in 2026 alongside the iPhone 18, while others expect it to launch in 2027, marking the 20th anniversary of the first iPhone. Apple might even introduce a new all-glass iPhone Pro around the same time to make the event even more special. One thing is certain. Apple isn't just testing the waters with this device. The foldable iPhone is meant to stay and become a core part of their product lineup. Of course, Apple will face stiff competition. Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7, Google's Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and Oppo's Find N5 are already established foldables with strong features, attractive designs, and some even offer advanced AI capabilities ahead of Apple's current software. Apple's challenge will be to stand out in a market that's becoming more crowded and competitive. What happens when a tech giant decides to poke a little fun at its biggest rival? That's exactly what Samsung is doing right now, and they're doing it in a clever way. With the launch of their new Galaxy S25 Edge, Samsung isn't just introducing another flagship phone. They're using humor, subtle comparisons, and bold advertising to send a message. And let's be honest, people are noticing. Samsung has released 2 new ads for the Galaxy S25 Edge, and both are catching a lot of attention, especially online. These aren't your typical polished TV commercials. They're short, punchy, and clearly made to go viral on social media. What makes them stand out? Samsung is playfully targeting Apple without ever saying the name, but anyone watching these ads can tell exactly who they're talking about. The first ad is all about how light the Galaxy S25 Edge is. It weighs just 163 grams, making it one of the lightest flagship smartphones available right now. To make this point, the ad uses a fun idea. How many balloons would it take to make this phone float? The answer, of course, is not many. But when they show a different phone, one that clearly resembles an iPhone, they suggest it would take over 54 balloons just to lift it. It's a light-hearted comparison, but the message is clear. Samsung is saying their phone is sleeker, lighter, and more modern. The second ad focuses on how thin the Galaxy S25 Edge is. At just 5.8 millimeters thick, it easily fits into any pocket or disappears into your hand. In the video, someone holds the phone, and it practically vanishes in their grip. Then, they show another phone that looks bulkier by comparison. Again, no names are used, but there's no question about which company Samsung is pointing to. This strategy isn't new for Samsung. They've done this before. teasing Apple for things like removing the headphone jack or introducing the camera notch. For a while, they toned it down, but with the S25 Edge, it seems Samsung is bringing that playful tone back. And honestly, it seems to be working. These ads are being shared widely across social media, and people are talking, not just about the humor, but about the phone itself. And there's good reason to talk. The Galaxy S25 Edge isn't just slim and light, it's powerful. While the ads focus on design, what's inside the phone matters too. With top-tier specs, a sharp display, and Samsung's usual focus on performance, the S25 Edge is more than just a pretty device. It's a serious contender for one of the best smartphones of the year. At the same time, rumors are heating up about Apple's next big move. According to leaks, Apple is working on an ultra-slim phone of their own, possibly called the iPhone 17 Air. While it hasn't been officially announced, it's clear both companies are aiming to lead the next smartphone trend. Is Samsung finally getting foldables right with the Galaxy Z Fold 7? After months of rumors, we now have leaked details that compare the Galaxy Z Fold 7 to last year's Fold 6, and the differences are big. According to a trusted industry source, the Fold 7 is not just slightly improved, it's been completely upgraded in size, design, and display features. Let's start with the display. The Fold 7 is expected to come with a massive 8-inch main screen, while the Fold 6 had a 7.6-inch display. That might not sound like much on paper, but side by side, the Fold 7 looks noticeably bigger both vertically and horizontally. Plus, the bezels have been trimmed down to just 0.5 millimeters, compared to 1.9 millimeters on the Fold 6. The result is a more immersive viewing experience with less wasted space around the edges. Samsung has also worked hard to make this phone thinner. When folded, the Fold 7 measures only 9 millimeters thick. That's a big jump from the Fold 6, which is 12.1 millimeters thick. When unfolded, the Fold 7 is around 4 millimeters, down from 5.6 millimeters on its predecessor. It's not thinner than Oppo's foldables, as some earlier leaks suggested, but it's still a major improvement in terms of portability and comfort in hand. Now, about the crease. That annoying line in the middle of the screen that foldables are known for? Samsung is finally fixing that too. According to the same leak, the Fold 7 will have a much less visible crease, making it look more like a regular tablet when fully opened. This is something users have been asking for, and it seems like Samsung is finally listening, but not everything is perfect. Despite all these improvements in size and display, Samsung is still holding back on a couple of key features. The battery capacity remains unchanged at 4,400 mAh, the same as the Fold 6. That might be enough for a standard phone, but with a display this large, many were hoping for a bigger battery to match. Even more disappointing is the charging speed. The Fold 7 is still expected to support only 25-watt wired charging, the same speed we've had for years. In a time when some phones are charging at 80 watts or even 100 watts, 25 watts feels outdated, especially for a flagship foldable that's meant to push boundaries. Under the hood, though, there's hope. The Fold 7 will likely be powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, which promises better performance and improved power efficiency. If the processor manages battery life better, it could help make up for the lack of a bigger battery. If not, users may find themselves needing to charge more often than they'd like. So where does the Fold 7 stand? It looks like Samsung is making major progress in design and usability. The thinner profile, near bezel-less display, and larger screen make the Fold 7 feel more premium and modern.